Welcome to the InfoWars Nightly News. I'm your host, DLAKE. What the heck are we looking at here? Well, it's some type of weed. Okay? And there's another type of weed. Right there. Okay? That's a weed. Look at that weed. Whatever kind of weed that is. But I'm almost certain that they are not, marijuana weeds that we're looking at. But I'm gonna do a 420 show anyways.
Started out so fresh and factual, now you flow like an actor under contractual. Small print, the lawyers love, cause it makes their dicks look big. There should be a war on your wig. The coverage is whack.
It's crazy.
Lacking the facts. When calm moves on violence,
She never caused any harm.
I'm ready to stalk a judge outside the crib.
Okay.
I don't budge like a lamb post. I'm posted and roll like a district attorney and trimming your ass, the whole stack.
That'll give you whiplash and a heart attack.
Having a flashback.
Having a flashback. You can check it out for yourself at my Reverb page there. You know what? I was kind of going to freestyle tonight, so let's see what I have open on the computer here. Okay, so I uploaded my InfoWars Reporter Contest smoking. So you just saw me extinguish my cigarette there. And the funny thing, why I started the show with that, after this report, I just got back from the store, the 7-Eleven, and Don was there. I walk in the front door, and I say, "Hey Don," and he's like, "Hey, did you bring your ID?" I'm like, "What?" And then I look over and I see the two hot chicks and the black dude over here, and I'm like, "Oh." There was a couple other people milling around, but I figured that was the basic triangle of what was going on, because I was like, okay, the cigarette girls are here. And that's why I needed my identification, because they want to take it and scan it, and they're all holding little handheld devices, and they want to take my identification, put it into that device to record the fact that I smoke cigarettes. And had I brought my identification, I could have got those cigarettes for $1, but I paid extra price to not be scanned. Okay, sweet. Welcome to the Infowars.com Nightly News. I'm your host, DLAKE for PREZ, and this is the 422 part special. That's right. I decided to wing it for tonight's show, and I basically just wrote down like one little quick, fast little scan page of notes. I brought a book, Licit and Illicit Drugs. We'll get to this in a little bit. First part of the special, what's in the name? I'm your host, DLAKE for PREZ. I'm sure if you read my slate, the first part, DLAKE, that's pretty easy to figure out. If you saw my special report on cats, you might be able to figure out what the 4 stands for in for PREZ. But, for PREZ, you got that part obviously. So DLAKE for PREZ, for PREZ. And the number 4, if you're paying attention to the movie behind me, is the lizard, who has the ability to walk on walls. And it's really awesome, and I suggest you check out this movie playing behind me, 5 Deadly Venoms. Right. What else is in that name? DLAKE for PREZ. And what am I trying to be the PREZ of? Everything. The whole enchilada. And not in a crazy globalist, like supreme domination kind of way, but in a way where I'm just going to leave you alone. Because that's how I want to be treated. I want to be left alone. And I won't interfere in your civil liberties and rights and try to get your name and number like the cigarette girls. Instead, I'll just leave you alone. That's it. I'll just leave you alone. And you just leave me alone. Unless we happen to meet up and we become friends. And then maybe, if we, we're good friends, we've met up, or, we became friends first, and that usually involves, becoming friends somehow, some way, and I'm sure you've all made new friends. And then once you're friends for a little while, maybe you and I, we could trade. And that would be good. I mean, I'd be willing to see what you got. I'll show you maybe some of the things I have, and we could just operate like that, and that's why I should be the PREZ. Okay. Also, another part of DLAKE for PREZ is that's, I guess, what you would call my moniker. And if you search DLAKE for PREZ, maybe on Google, we'll see what comes up. The lyrics to my song Sleepwalkers, some more reverb stuff. Oh, but here in the YouTube section, some of my special reports like the lottery, artwork, and hoodies. I'm not wearing my hoodie tonight. I was trying to be respectable for the 420 show, okay? And so that's what you can find in my name, okay? As you start to scroll down the page, you start to see my name intertwined. I mean, here it's intertwined with Infowars, DLAKE for PREZ, Ron Paul, Wait, what is this? I didn't even know this was on here. It's just another way I totally dominate the internet, just like Ron Paul does. I mean, what did I do? The special report. Oh no, we gotta go look at it on YouTube, the special report. 2,894 views with 15 likes and 27 dislikes. I don't know what the part people don't like is, but my guess is it's somewhere in here.
Deferment on the basis of having a child.
I need one quick follow-up. When I was drafting, I was married and had 2 kids, and I went.
And then he looks over at him. If you remember that exchange with Newt Gingrich.
Officials said this is a special.
This is when I was just doing an audio, so I would add echo to my voice to try to add impact, and the sound effects are coming up, and the animation is coming up, and I just thought it would be cool to let you know things about Ron Paul and selective service cards. And if you get to the end of the video,
back the occupation of Afghanistan, living in a palace in France, Mitt Romney didn't get to witness the horrors of the Vietnam War. Romney received a deferment in order to further spread his religion in France. While American troops were fighting the Viet Cong in jungles deep inside of Vietnam, Mitt Romney was quoting verses of the Book of Mormon and improvising his French.
You think this letter on my head stands for friends?
Okay, I bet you're driving 100.
is that where I lost people? Is that where the dislikes come in? Or just because when you scroll, just because when you look up DLAKE for PREZ now, let's turn this down. Just because when you look up DLAKE for PREZ now, and I come up in Google and all these crazy Ron Paul Infowars places, boom, I got trolls. I got haters and trolls. So what's in my name? Haters, trolls, Infowars, Ron Paul, posts, and just amazing stuff all over the place. And that's why I should be this contest winner, and I think I illustrated that in my previous post before smoking, which was win this contest, where I slammed all over the desk and I got really crazy because I'm sick and tired of nonsense and garbage. But I got more in store because this is a 2-part special, so part 1 and all my ranting and raving and all my Ron Paul special is over. Welcome to part 2 of the special, of the 420 special that I'm recording on 4/19, so I can have it out all day tomorrow on my YouTube channel for all the weed heads. Because I understand that 420 has some sort of significance with weed heads. I've heard that. I also heard that it's like Hitler's birthday. Do we care about that? No, because we don't got to check out this clip. I think it's hilarious. And I hope you like it. It's from Family
Something
Feud.
a burglar would not want to see when he breaks into a house. Right.
Naked grandma!
Naked, huh?
A naked grandma! Yeah! Well, I don't know, what?
I don't see that either.
I told you this is
I know
hilarious.
you're right, okay?
I know.
I'm not supposed to see a naked grandma. What are the chances? You breaking in the house and bringing your grandmama naked. Looking for the naked grandmama in the house, outside, in the woods.
Naked grandma's gonna be on the board. Are you kidding me? Go to an occupant! Number 2! Go! Are we gonna play? Y'all remember the Family Feud? Okay, I'm running out of time. I'm kind of went over time with the first part, so let's just keep part 2 real fast. We're gonna have to save the book for another episode. We'll save this lottery ticket that I'll scratch on another episode, so stay tuned for that. Part 2 is all about weed grandma. Naked grandma is good, that's hilarious, but the part 2 topic and issue that you see here on my pad is weed grandma. And here's a picture of a weed grandma. I've known weed grandmas, and if we had more time, we'd get into weed grandmas, but I encourage you to look this up. It's Darlene May's 73-year-old who sold some pot and had illegal guns in Oklahoma, cops say. So the cops are talking a bunch of stuff about how our guns are illegal and how she's 73 years old and sold pot. I'm going to get into, if I have more time, what I'd really get into is how there should be an age limit on when you can be arrested for marijuana, and we'll get into that on the next show. I'm DLAKE for PREZ Infowars, and I'm out of here. I hit a cat with that.